Are electric vehicles better or worse for the environment? Hello, everybody. Trailer Trash Tim. Welcome to the channel. Happy Tuesday morning here. It is overcast Tuesday morning here in Alabama, but it's cooler. Thank the Lord. And hey, it's game week. Let's go, Dogs. We're playing that powerhouse Tennessee Martin this week. Thank you so much for being here. Before I go any further, please hit that thumbs up button below the video. I would really appreciate that. I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the channel. Just hit the button down below and come be a part of our growing channel. I would really appreciate it very much. All the other relevant information is down below, all the contact links and all that. So help yourself out. Thank you again for being here. So how about it? Electronic vehicles. We're producing a whole lot of them now. But are they better or worse for the environment? You know, the big push behind them, of course, the government is behind them big time. They want everybody driving electric vehicles and getting away from the evil internal combustion engine and fossil fuels because, you know, we're destroying the planet by using that. I don't agree with that at all. As a matter of fact, I love the internal combustion engine. I think it's a fantastic invention, and that's what I drive. I drive internal combustion vehicles with internal combustion engines. Now, I want to say before I get into this, I'm not opposed to alternative forms of energy. As a matter of fact, when it comes to electric vehicles, I've driven them on a golf course. And I think really electronic vehicles make the most sense, battery-operated vehicles. I think they probably make the most sense in urban centers where you don't have very far to go. Maybe if you live in a downtown area and you're just commuting back and forth to work or school, to the grocery store or church or what have you, and you're going a minimal distance, it's probably not a bad choice if you've got some sustainable way of recharging your batteries at night. But to meet our more industrial type needs or more, commercial type needs, I'm just not sure that's the way to go. You know, Ford has produced the Lightning pickup truck, and it's been a complete and total bust. The thing is just not selling. I know of one incident where somebody was testing this electric truck and they wanted to tow it. Pardon me, my nose is itching, I'm sorry. They wanted to test its towing capabilities, so they hooked up an Airstream travel trailer to this fully charged Ford Lightning pickup truck. I don't know what the advertised range on these things are, but I know how far they got pulling an Airstream on a fully charged battery. You want to guess? 80 miles. They made it 80 miles. So that's not very impressive. If you're pulling an RV, you're probably going, I would think on average more distances than 80 miles. But anyway, I've been doing a little bit of research and I wanted to convey what I've learned to you this morning that may help us to reconsider how wise it is to purchase electronic vehicles. Let me have a little sip of coffee. I think if I were in the market for a new vehicle right now and I wanted to optimize my fuel mileage and I wasn't pulling anything, I'd probably look at a hybrid vehicle. I think Toyota is really leading the way with those. I think those make a whole lot more sense than EVs. But what I want to do is talk about what the environmental impact is on our planet based on the production of these batteries that have to be constructed to facilitate electronic vehicles. Now, it has to be stated that when it comes to any issue, liberals, and let me clarify what I mean by liberals. By liberals, I mean leftist. I mean Democrats and a lot of Republicans. I understand. I've got schooled in my comments in the past for using the word liberal. I understand you have to use the word in context anymore. Thomas Jefferson would be considered a liberal. What a liberal was at one time doesn't necessarily apply today. By using the word liberal, I mean a leftist. I mean someone for whom government is their God. They look toward the government for solutions to every problem, or they invent problems that don't even really exist. But you know, Rush Limbaugh, the late great Rush Limbaugh, used to say that the environmental movement is the new home for communists in America, anyway. And they just create these problems that don't exist. Now, I'm all for a good environment, a healthy environment, but conservation is a different animal than what these people are talking about. I think we should be good stewards of the earth. But the liberals, the leftists, are taking this to a whole new level. And it is a fact, when it comes to any issue, liberals or leftists are more given to emotions and feelings than facts or logic. Showing facts and logic to a leftist is like showing the cross to Dracula. They just can't handle it. But if we don't have the facts and we don't apply logic, we don't have anything. Our argument always fails. I want to show you 4 ways that electric vehicles are actually bad for the environment, and the environment to the leftist is sacrosanct. The environment is everything. Hello, Greta Thunberg. How dare you? They worship the environment. The environment is everything to them. And this pursuit of electric and promotion of electric vehicles is so hypocritical, because I'm going to show you how the production of EVs is bad for the environment that they claim to love so much. I'm going to give you 4 reasons why this is true, so bear with me. I've done a lot of research and I've written some notes down. Number one, the number one bad thing about EVs is the manufacturing process. You know, these batteries have to be manufactured. And this requires factories, it requires machinery and other resources. And the result of that is a heavy carbon footprint. And of course, electricity is used, and where does electricity come from? The second way that electric cars are bad for the environment is that charging requires electricity. Electricity is produced using non-renewable resources, including those evil fossil fuels. Now, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, most electricity, listen to this, most electricity comes from natural gas, petroleum, nuclear energy, and coal. And to break this down further, most electricity comes from, 61% of it comes from coal. 19% of it comes from nuclear energy. Do you remember a few years ago when Lord Obama was running for office the first time, and he said he was going to kill the coal industry? Well, what an idiotic thing to say, and what an ignorant thing to say, particularly when you are promoting these EVs that require coal to produce the electricity which you have to produce these batteries. All right, so that's another reason why they are bad for the environment. Number 3, EV batteries require metal extraction. Electric cars use lithium-ion batteries. The majority of them use lithium-ion batteries. Now, what is lithium? Lithium is a metal that is extracted from the earth, and the process most definitely has an environmental impact, which can contaminate your water supply. Lithium ore mining requires the extracting of clay ore, and the result of this is a bad or rather is a biodiversity loss, CO2 emissions, air contamination, and water loss. So that's another reason that EVs, electric vehicles, are bad for the environment. According to the MIT Climate Portal, listen, this blows my mind. For every ton of lithium mined, 15 tons of CO2 emissions are released into the atmosphere. I wonder how many leftists know that, or if they just want to feel better about themselves. Other metals that are also used in EV batteries include nickel and cobalt, and these metals also have to be mined. And the side effects of this are a lower crop yield, CO2 emissions, water pollution, and the human cost of this mining is in exploitation, child workers, slavery, and horrible, horrendous working conditions. Do you know we do have slavery in this world, right? We still have slavery. And are you aware that the proponents of EVs, these rabid, frothing at the mouth people who just despise and demonize so-called fossil fuels, they don't realize that slavery is being used in order to produce their beloved batteries. And the fourth reason they're bad for the environment is the batteries have to be eventually disposed. You know, these aren't baby wipes. They're not gum wrappers. They're not cotton swabs. These things have to be disposed of properly, and that is always not the case. Is not always the case. And this has a negative environmental impact. So you tell me, who really cares about the environment? Is it the leftist or is it the conservationist? Is it the liberals in Washington or is it the conservationist who is a fisherman who catches a bass and throws him back in the water? I mean, I'm all for good stewardship of the environment. You know, we need to be good stewards of this earth. No question about that. But is this the way to go? If you really cared about the environment, would you be out and promoting electric vehicles this much? I don't buy it. I'm just not for it. I don't think it's a good idea at all, and I think it is terrible ultimately for the environment. Those are my thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about electric vehicles? Do you think they're bad for the environment? You think they're good for the environment? You think that's the way we should go? Or should we be doing something else? Do you think leftists are hypocritical about this? Or maybe you're one of them and you think, no, I think you're wrong on all of that. That's fine. I'd love to hear your comments down below. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you think. I'd prefer to know how you think than how you feel. But anyway, there we go. Everybody have a fantastic Tuesday. I hope you're all doing great, and I look forward to seeing you again here tomorrow. This is Trailer Trash Tim. By the way, how's your mama and them? Have a great one, everybody. See you tomorrow.